Staff abandoned train mid-journey because their shift was over. No action taken in a bizarre yet eye-opening incident from Norway. A train came to a sudden halt midway through its journey, leaving passengers confused and anxious. Initially, travelers assumed the stop was due to a routine signal. But as time passed and the train remained stationary, murmurs of a technical fault began to spread. Some curious passengers even got off to check what had happened. But when the real reason came to light, it shocked everyone. The train staff had simply left as their shift had ended. Under Norwegian labor laws, they weren't required to continue a minute longer. Instead of completing the journey or waiting for replacements, the crew exited and went home. This may sound unbelievable in India, where if a loco pilot or guard's duty extends mid-journey, they are paid overtime but are expected to take the train to its destination. Abandoning a train midway would be unacceptable. But in Norway, labor laws are so strict that workers have the right to leave once their hours are over, even if the train is still en route. Norway has one of the world's most stringent labor protection systems. Under the Working Environment Act, employees are entitled to safe working conditions and clearly defined hours. Workers are expected to work no more than 40 hours per week or 9 hours per day. Any extra hours must be compensated with at least 40 additional pay. The law is enforced so strictly that no one dared question the crew's decision to leave. They were, after all, simply following what the law allowed them to do. This case highlights how seriously employee rights are taken in countries like Norway. And swipe left for next video. In India, working hours for railway staff like loco pilots and guards typically stretch up to 48 hours per week, with an 8-hour per day schedule. But overtime is not just common, it's often expected. Staff usually continue their journey until a proper handover is arranged. A situation like Norway's, where a train is left mid-journey due to the end of a shift, would likely cause public outrage here. Norway isn't alone. Countries like France have a right to disconnect law, allowing workers to log off completely after working hours. Germany strictly limits maximum working hours, and similar policies exist in Australia and New Zealand. These rules ensure that work-life balance is respected, and employees are not overburdened. Latest blogs.